Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom Malone. I've been teaching bloodborne pathogens and first aid to the Sheriff's Office for about 20 years now. Just within the last few years, we've gone to these individual first aid kits, individual patrol officer kits, which everybody should be issued. There should be one of these in everybody's patrol car, and it should be carried in the glove compartment of the patrol car. If you don't have one, get with your supervisor so they can get with the quartermaster and make sure you have one. This is a crucial piece of gear to have in your vehicle. When we look at this kit, there are a couple of things about it that are kind of distinctive. One of the things that, as you notice it, there are these red tabs on the side of the package. The reason these things are labeled red is so that in times of stress, when you're stressed out, when you've got a critical situation going on, it's easy to find the tear strips on these. To open these, just grab it, and this package is already open, but it's the same way on this side. You just grab it right here where it's pre-notched and where the red strip is, and rip it open like that. They tear open very easily. When you open the package and dump the contents out, you're going to find that you've got a couple of different items in here. First one's going to be a pair of rubber gloves. Go ahead and put these, they're actually nitrile, not rubber, but go ahead and put these nitrile gloves on before you do anything else. That's in accordance with the infection control policy, so make sure that you have these things on. The rest of the items that you'll find in here is you'll find a cat tourniquet, and you'll find two different types of dressings to control bleeding. We'll go over the cat tourniquet first. This is a real simple piece of equipment. The way you do this is you put it around the extremity of the person who's been injured. They're packaged like this. And Lieutenant Carpenter, if you'll step over here, I'll show them how to put it on your arm, so that might be a little bit easier. The way you put this on is that it comes out of the package like this. Peel the Velcro back, put it around the extremity, and then feed it back through the buckle right here and pull it as tight as you can, like that. Pull it around like this, and then there's a windlass on here, and the windlass is what will tighten it down. What you need to do is tighten it down as far as you can until the bleeding stops and until they don't have a pulse distally. So you're going to have to tighten it down a lot. This is painful to put on, but it has to be done. So you tighten this down as far as you can, then you lock the windlass in place with this little U-shaped clamp. Pull this Velcro strap across and lock it in place with that. If you've got a Sharpie with you, and everybody should have a Sharpie with them, write the time that you put the tourniquet on right here. Once you get the tourniquet on, don't take the tourniquet off. Let EMS take the tourniquet off. A couple of other things, and you're going to hear some different things about this, but if you're going to put a tourniquet on somebody, if they've got an arterial bleed from their arm, the best way to put this on is to put it on as high as you can on that extremity. Get it up on an arm, get it up high up into the armpit, as high as you can. Take the whole arm. It's going to be just fine. And you've got a better chance of stopping the bleeding that way. So take the entire extremity, put it up as high as you can, and crank it down until you do not have a pulse down here. There are various reasons for doing this. It's a more aggressive approach than some people like, but I think the best thing to do is to keep it simple. Put it on as high as you can, tighten it down as tight as you can, and just remember those things. And that's the best way to use this cat tourniquet. One of the crucial things about this is that when you put it on, just remember, it comes pre-packaged. With only one loop through the buckle. So before you use it, you've got to push this red tab through the buckling. Tighten it down like that. You should be able to do this on yourself if you need it. You should be able to apply one of these on yourself. The other two items that are in here are various forms of pressure dressings. This is a form of the Israeli pressure dressing right here. And again, this is packaged like the original packages with red tabs on it. grab it by the red tabs, peel it open like that. And what you come out with is this thing that looks like an ace wrap. It's real easy to use. There are even directions on it right here. Other side towards the wound. And again, if Lieutenant Carpenter will step over here, I'll demonstrate how to put this on. This will be a little bit easier if I can do it on him. So Lieutenant Carpenter has got a bleeding injury right here on his arm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part of the dressing right here, put it right over there, and start wrapping it around as tight as I can get it. And this alone is going to stop a great deal of bleeding by tightening this up as much as we can. Keep on wrapping it around. There's a Velcro strip at the end which will keep it in place. And there's also a little plastic clip here, so you can also put it in place with that by clipping it to the bandage itself. I'm getting your shirt tangled up here, sorry about that. That'll hold the bandage in place. And just this pressure dressing like this is going to stop about 90% of the bleeding that you encounter. But if there's any doubt in your mind, go to the tourniquet first, as high as you can, as tight as you can get it, and then put this on the wound afterwards. The other thing that we have in here is a big gauze dressing. And I'm not going to open that. There you go, Lieutenant, you can take that off now. I'm not going to open that because you can actually see what it is right here. All it is a big piece of gauze, and you can use this for wound packing or holding pressure. And all you would do with this is you pull the gauze out, put it directly over the injury, and then mash down as hard as you can on that injury, and that will stop 90% of the bleeding as well. If you've ever been in any of my first aid classes, you know that one of the things that I talk about a lot is I talk about chest wounds. I think it's great that we're working with tourniquets, and I think it's awesome that people are carrying their own tourniquets, but I think that what we just need to be aware of is that one of the things that will kill civilians in a shooting incident are chest injuries. If you have somebody who's got a sucking chest wound, and this is going to be a penetrating one from the bottom of the rib cage up, and it looks like there is air coming out of the wound, you can get any one of these pieces of plastic. You can get the cover for the actual package itself. You can peel off one of these things, put your hand in it, put pressure over that chest wound, and seal up that chest wound with this piece of plastic until somebody can get there with the chest sealed. Really important to do. If somebody's got a sucking chest wound, a penetrating chest injury with air coming out of their chest wall, until you seal that up with a piece of plastic, they're not breathing adequately. So just remember that. If you see somebody with what you think may be a sucking chest wound, air coming out, go ahead and get any one of these pieces of plastic, put it over the site, hold pressure with your hand until you can get a chest seal over it. If there are any questions about this, I'll give you my phone number at the end of this presentation. Give me a call at any time. I'll be more than happy to talk to anybody about it. Thank you.